Welcome to Bespoke Blogs. This blog is about oil is the new data, innovation in digital oil fields. The articulation, information is the new oil, infers the significant current financial worth of huge information in the digital time. This shows that information, similar to coal and oil utilized as crude material and energizes for mechanical applications, might be utilized to foster different enterprises, making new monetary worth. As of late, the oil exploration and production, oil E&P, industry has been producing, putting away, and utilizing tremendous measures of information. The oil E&P industry has applied sensors all through the whole oil creation cycle to make information continuously, and utilizes man-made brainpower to break down the gathered information, to settle on choices productively. We depict the advanced change of the oil E&P industry as the digital oil field, DOF. DOFs, which are engrossed with this team-added information, have pulled in huge consideration as of late with the presentation of new advances. Since DOFs are oil handle that produce huge information, we reword the expression information is oil, to express that oil is the new information. Moreover, information have collected consideration as the unrefined petroleum of the 21st century. Until this point, information have had an extraordinary effect around the world, to such an extent that new monetary drivers have been set up attributable to its applications all through industry. Albeit the asset advancement industry has been managing huge measures of material for quite a while frame, the fast improvement of PCs, sensors, data and correspondence advances as of late has dramatically expanded the measure of information being produced. Huge information advances can be utilized to dissect a lot of unstructured information that until now couldn't be handled. As handling innovations, large information investigation strategies are the reason for acknowledging clever administrations. As of late, large information examination has been used for advancement dependent on new DOF innovation. DOF advancement is advancing quickly on the grounds that the mix of asset improvement and ICT can diminish the general expense and increment benefit of the entire interaction. To foster a DOF, it is important to examine the ideal pursuit way by consolidating different information like geographic data, field data, center information, and supply information. Subsequently, related licenses, which are as a rule ceaselessly checked, have been documented regarding these fields. DOF innovation basically creates by receiving advances from fields like short reach and telecom foundation, distributed computing and coordinated information, the board, computerized sensor modules, and information examination and representation. This is not quite the same as existing energy-related information transformation, which requires the intermittent thought of innovation for exhaustive information assortment. This investigation contributes toward discovering approaches to foster energy-related development abilities through the examination of DOF-related advancement capacities. In this examination, the primary qualities of the advancement cycle in DOFs were researched, through the transformation of energy-related development capacities zeroed in on oil asset improvement stages. Past investigations on the computerized oil field have zeroed in on nitty-gritty component innovation, or business attainability for explicit cases, without conversations about the general framework viewpoint. Furthermore, there is little exploration that investigates the substance of unstructured information, utilizing real patent information in point-by-point innovation. Moreover, contrasted and the interest in the quickly creating advanced oil field, inferable from the uniting of new advances restricted exploration, has been research directed on contextual investigations, and examination on the primary qualities identified with mechanical developments in this field is lacking. This examination intends to address significant issues in mechanical development, measures occurring in the advanced oil field by utilizing information on genuine patent substance. In particular, by investigating the development abilities of DOFs, future exploration headings will be inferred and proposed. The qualities of the quickly developing advancement abilities of DOFs will be analyzed, and ends will be drawn. To defeat the constraints of existing examination techniques, creative competency-related information were zeroed in and broken down and inferred primary ramifications, through the investigation of underlying attributes over the long haul. Materials and methods. The fundamental exercises of OIL E&P are made out of investigation, repository portrayal, advancement, and creation, which altogether have the most elevated number of licenses. We investigated how DOF advances developed in the previously mentioned territories. To start with, we zeroed in on the turn of events and creation fields, which have the most noteworthy number of licenses for E&P exercises. Investigating these licenses utilizing DOF-related techniques. Gathering related information and determined future ramifications. During the investigation, pertinent specialists on patent-related inquiry equations are counseled. In OIL E&P, getting center innovations is straightforwardly connected to productivity at each phase of the oil and gas field improvement. Along these lines, it is important to distinguish and constantly screen center abilities. In spite of the significance of these center skills, they have so far scarcely been coordinated and dissected dependent on the quantity of patent applications and patterns by country. In this examination, it is conveyed that a separated investigation strategy to defeat the impediments of existing exploration strategies and to consistently screen advancement capacities in the field of oil asset improvement. For development capacity examination, we endeavored to extricate key substance utilizing patent record data, for example, unstructured and text information, and distinguished the key substance and issues utilizing group investigation and point displaying. This examination utilizes logical investigation apparatuses to comprehend the information-based organization construction of the advanced oil field, screen the mechanical development measure, and use the consequences of the examination in strategy improvement, supporting the passage of new businesses into the field. Second, techniques for gathering DOF-related information were planned in meeting with specialists in the important fields, and a quest equation for discovering related licenses was inferred. Information from the most recent 9 years were gathered. An aggregate of information focuses were gathered showing the current status of every nation's licenses, by connecting up with the patent datasets of different nations. Third, the bunch network examination strategy and theme demonstrating method were utilized to inspect the underlying qualities. Through these strategies, significant issues and substance were broke down to draw their suggestions. Unstructured patent information were utilized for this investigation. The patent number and candidate information were overlooked, and the patent portrayal and unstructured information identified with the title were gathered, dissected, and prepared. Fourth, to break down the yearly change in development limit, every catchphrase was separated by partitioning the information for the 9 years into 3-year ranges. At long last, ends were drawn dependent on the investigation of the substance, and future examination undertakings were proposed. This examination endeavors to comprehend the primary qualities of organization arrangement, by first deciding the information-based organization structure happening in the DOF, and afterward observing, in detail, the progressions that happened over the most recent 9 years. This is significant in checking the advancement limit of the DOF, which has been quickly changing lately. Furthermore, this investigation is not quite the same as different examinations in that it contains a plentiful, inconspicuous information put together organization structure, that concentrations with respect to the substance of patent information and endeavors to dissect it in order to beat the impediments of examination strategies dependent on patent recurrence alone. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Do leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Please reach us at contact@thebespokediaries.com, or you can visit our website www.thebespokediaries.com.